It is Thursday the 8th of May, and I just wanted to let you know what's going on. I got my blood results back, well, part of my blood results back, and I got a call from the doctor's office today stating that I needed to go back and do some more blood work. I had hepatitis B, which is, I guess it was a reactive or positive, and not saying that I have hepatitis B, but they wanted to just double check everything, so they did like a full panel on it. What they think is happening is that I had the hepatitis B series of shots done, and sometimes that can give a false positive, so they're just going to check everything, and so hopefully that's what it is. I don't know, where I would have come in contact with it, but so yeah, I went and did that today, and hopefully I'll have those results within the next day or two. Everyone, it is Brandy, and it is Friday, May 9th, and I just got off work and I'm heading to go get my little cousin, Keandre, who is 4 years old. He's going to stay with me tonight and then for most of the day tomorrow, and then I've got to return him back to his grandmother's tomorrow evening. Anyway, I just wanted to give you a little update on how today went. It was a little stressful, and I'm very thankful it's Friday, and I'm going to go get this little Tasmanian devil of a child to take my mind off of things. But basically, I called my fertility clinic to figure out if my TSH levels had come back yet, and they have not. So, which, I was okay with. I figured it would take a few days, and so I was thinking Monday would probably be the day it would come back. I didn't talk to the nurse that I normally talk to. I actually talked to a different nurse, and she kind of went over the hepatitis B ordeal with me, and she told me that it was my core hepatitis B core antibodies that was positive, and really didn't give too much explanation, just said that, the panel should show something. But then she also said that I should probably contact my primary care physician locally to figure out when I could go in and see him, and to have some more tests run for just in case purposes, and then basically said I needed to get his approval to continue on with the IVF, which I didn't really understand. So I asked her, I was like, well, if you're getting the panel of the hepatitis, then what would he need to do? I mean, he wouldn't do anything but probably the same thing that they've already done. And she just, in short, just said I needed to get his blessing, so to speak, as far as doing the IVF, which still I didn't understand. So I said, well, what's the worst case scenario? And she says the worst case scenario is you have the hepatitis B infection, and it will delay your IVF for a while. And at that point, of course, I'm like, oh, great, that's just what I need right now. So I contacted my doctor's office, and he did call me back, and he basically just said that, he didn't see any reason why I couldn't go on with IVF, and if they already have the panel being tested, then that's all he would be able to do anyway. He said that, and even if, slim chance, if, he said, I did have the hepatitis B infection, that he would not be the one to see me. I would actually have to go to a specialist to get treatment for. He is aware that I had the vaccines when I was in high school, and he thinks that it's either a false positive, or it very well could be a genuine positive, but the panel will show something called a surface antibodies. And if that is positive as well, then that means that my my vaccine is working, so to speak, and that I probably had the hepatitis B virus at some point in my life, probably prior to the vaccines, and my body just got rid of it on its own, which would make me immune to it. So I would be cleared to do the IVF. But he said if it did come back, then I would have to go to a specialist, but he really doesn't think that's the case. He said it's mainly referred by, you know, bodily fluids. And me and my husband have been together. We've been married for 2 years, and we've been together for 7 years prior. So as far as that goes, you know, and then as far as needles go, the only needles I've been using is the ones to inject my self with the Gonal F or the Ovidril. So, and those come in prepackaged stuff, so, you know, they're sterile, so I don't know any other way I would come in contact with it unless, like, it was at the hospital or something. I don't know, but I do have to wait until Monday to get those results, and the nurse did call me back and said that she apologized for getting me kind of in a panic mode, and that, you know, 9 times out of 10, it's just, everything's okay. It's just a precaution. And then she also said that she contacted the lab for my TSH levels, and they didn't have it yet. And I told her that I already knew that because I contacted them as well. And they told me they would have it next week. Well, she said, yeah, they'll have it next week, but they should have had it to us earlier. What happened was they totally forgot to even test for that. Luckily, with me being on my point, so to speak, and nagging them, they had 1 vial left that they could use for that test. So they went ahead and did that, and I should get those results either later this afternoon, possibly, or most likely Monday. But yeah, so they didn't even test for that yet. And not that that's a big deal, I guess, but my poor vein is bruised from all these blood work we've been doing, and I didn't really want to have to go back and do that again. So luckily they did have that 1 vial left. Otherwise, they normally throw away the vials after they're done testing what they need to. So we caught them in time before they threw it away. So yeah, but that's basically my Friday in a nutshell, and I do feel better after talking to my primary care doctor about everything, and he said he would definitely call me on Monday once he got the results and kind of just go over everything with me, but he's not. He told me not to freak out about it. You know, he didn't think it was a concern. So yeah, so I'm gonna go get my little Tasmanian devil, and we're gonna have a good weekend. My husband's gonna be DJing all weekend, so I needed something to occupy my mind, and so Keandre's gonna be the fix for me.